I am a high school student in Canada. I know the word from my ESL class, but I'm very interested in this topic. I would like to talk about the topic cultural shock. So, what is the meaning of this word? Different people have different insights. From what I see is when you first go to a new country or a new environment, you will be uncomfortable because of the cultural shock. You will feel different from the previous culture in many ways, like food, weather, language, and so on. When I first came to Canada, I'm afraid to speak English, and my homestay parents always drink ice water. You know, Chinese people hardly ever drink icy water. And I and my homestay have a lot of differences, which makes me so disappointed. Because I can't feel immersion and and I'm lack of participation. And when you go out, so that you need to cross the sidewalk or take bus, you need to remind the driver to let you go out, or you need to press the participation button. In the school, the students need to use the computer to do their homework or have a class, and it is very different to China. For example, in China, the students are not allowed to bring their own electronic machines to school, like computers, and they only have the pen and pen and paper to do their homework and have classes. And another important thing is the Canadian politics thought its freedoms and rights, and every Canadian pays more attention to freedom. The government of Canada is composed of municipal, provincial, and federal governments, of which has equal powers. Each individuals has an equal right to vote for the government, for the development of country. They will use their own rights to do something can help the country to protect them. The government also established the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, so that they lay emphasis on equality and equality and equity. So what is equality and equity? Equality means to be impartial, but it can't properly adjusted according to the individual's difficulties, which is called equity. And equality means everyone is equal and the same in everything. And I use a lot of then I use a lot of solutions to solve the cultural shock. First, I choose to go to a library to look some Chinese books which can help me feel better, and English books or movies can help me improve my English, so that I can get into the Canadian culture more easily. And the next is I observe the schedule of my home stay to observe some Canadian habits. Third, you can go outside and get more Canadian vibes. The last one is having a video chat with your family, which can help you reduce the homesickness. And I know I have lived I have lived Canada for 1.5 months. I feel very better than before. I can incorporate some Canadian culture, which is called cultural identity. Canada is a very famous in cultural mosaic, which is mix of ethnic groups, languages, and cultures that consist within society. Because in the half century ago, more and European immigrants came to Canada, so that they brought the French. A lot of people spoke the English, and then it became the Canadian second language. But nowadays, so that nowadays, some Canadian people can both speak English and French, and now the immigrants most came from Asia, so that they bring the culture of Asian culture, and these three major culture can be mixed together, and it makes Canadian has three different cultures. In Canada, everyone's life is very peaceful and leisurely. People like to enjoy their vacation time. Rather than choose work and study interests in China, people's lives are more rushed. They often work overtime and have little time to spend with their families. And unlike the time in Canada, people have enough time to do what they like. As a result, I don't like a fast life. I like easy life better. In China, if someone wants to be successful, they must spend a lot of their time on working. But in Canada, every family pays more attention to the families, and they have a good they always have a better family than China. Hello, Mr. T. Today I want to do an interviewer for you. The first question is which country you come from?
I'm coming from Iran.
And when you come here?
In 2005.
And do you like Canada, and explain why?
Yeah, I like Canada very much, especially because it has a beautiful nature, many places to visit, and there are a lot of opportunities in terms of jobs or higher education in Canada, and I like it very much.
So, which country do you prefer to live?
Where I'm living right now, Canada.
So you like Canada much?
Yeah.
And can you explain the culture of your country? Culture?
Oh, it's a little difficult to explain the culture of the country, especially.
You can have an example.
Yeah, but yeah, as an example, you can see how much time people can spend on traveling and enjoying their life in Iran compared to the time that people can spend in Canada, even every week, to have a better time and better life, and improve the quality of the life.
So do you like the culture in Canada? The culture?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have some like the culture in Canada you don't like?
No, I think even if I can give you an example of a different, culture than what I have in Canada that I may dislike, is just because of lack of understanding. If I can just study well and know those people, that particular part of our society, then I would be able to understand why they're doing what they're doing, and they have their own reasons. So that might be the best for them. So we should actually study more, research more on different cultures, so that we can understand them. Then we can judge.
Okay, thank you for your interview.
You're welcome.